Hi students, welcome to online class. In this video, we are going to discuss about chapter 12 arrays and structures. Now we are going to see the next concept, initialization of two-dimensional array. In the previous video, we have discussed about what is meant by two-dimensional array and how to declare the two-dimensional array. Now we are going to discuss about how to initialize the values for the two-dimensional array. How to initialize the values for the two-dimensional array. The array can be, that is two-dimensional array can be initialized in more than one way at the time of 2D array declaration. So whenever we are declaring the 2D array, we can initialize the values in two different forms. Can you understand, students? Whenever we are declaring the 2D array, we can initialize the values for the two-dimensional array in more than one form. Now we can see what are the different forms of initialization. See here, see this example. Let us take the matrix, that is, let us take the example int matrix 4 of 3. Int matrix 4 of 3. So here we are declaring the two-dimensional array name matrix. Here we are declaring the two-dimensional array name as matrix, and then it consists of 4 rows and 3 columns. It consists of 4 rows and 3 columns, and then it belongs to integer data type. It belongs to integer data type. So after the equal to, we are going to initialize by row. See here, totally there are 4 rows and 3 columns. So we want to enter the 12 elements. We want to enter 12 elements. So all the 12 elements should be given within the curly braces. Is it right or not? Like one-dimensional array, we used to initialize the values. The same manner we want to initialize for two-dimensional array also. Like the one-dimensional array, we want to initialize the values for two-dimensional array also. So here what they are doing is 4 rows 3 columns are there. So the values are given in a manner of 4 rows and then 3 columns. See how they are giving. So after the opening curly brace, first 3 elements are given. First 3 elements are given, that is 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Why they are giving first 3 elements in, that is first 3 elements are given within curly braces. That is another curly brace. So they are giving first 3 elements in another curly braces. Why they are giving like that means, so this array, two-dimensional array consists of 4 rows, 3 columns. So they are separating the elements into 4 rows and then they are separating the elements into 3 columns. See here, within the curly brace 10, 20, 30. Then another curly brace they have given 40, 50, 60. Then within another curly braces 70, 80, 90. Then again another curly braces they have given 100, 110, 120. Can you understand, students? See, two-dimensional array named as matrix. It consists of 4 rows, 3 columns. So totally 12 elements should be there. 12 elements should be there. All of the elements are integer data type. All the elements are of integer data type. Whenever we are declaring the two-dimensional array, at the same time we can initialize the values for the two-dimensional array. Here they are assigning the values, that is here they are initializing the values 10, 20, 30. So that is given within curly braces. So they are separating the elements into row by row, that is initializing the row 0 first, then initializing the row 1, then initializing the row 2, then initializing the row 3. So totally 4 rows are there, and then it consists of 3 columns. So they are separating the elements by 4 rows and 3 columns. You can give in this manner, or else you simply give the values. Int matrix 4 of 3 equal to, all the elements can be given in a continuous manner. You no need to separate. So this form will be easier one. So there will be no confusion at all. The compiler allocates the values to the two-dimensional array in automatic manner. See, the first form is somehow easy only, but instead of doing like that, if you go with the second form, simply you assign the values directly. Simply you can assign the values directly to the two-dimensional array. Right? Int matrix 4 of 3 is equal to opening curly brace 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So simply they have given the values separated by comma. That is, elements are given separated by comma. All the elements are given within the curly braces. So this will be a easier representation, or this will be the easiest statement, initialization statement for the two-dimensional array. Can you understand, students? Then see, now we are going to see another example. In this example, the row size is given in an optional manner. The row size is given in an optional manner, and then we are going to give the column size. We are going to specify the column size, because already we studied in the previous video that row size is optional but column size is compulsory. Without giving the column size, we cannot go for declaring the two-dimensional array. Without giving the column size, we cannot declare the two-dimensional array, but row size is optional. Now see the example here, int matrix. So row size is not specified, but they have specified the column size 3, and then the elements are assigned. The elements are initialized. So this will not show any error, because row size is optional, column size is specified in a correct manner. At the same time, the values are initialized here. See here, the values are initialized 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So like that the values are initialized. Can you understand, students? Now we are going to see how to access the two-dimensional array. So we know very well about the two-dimensional array. So whenever we want to access the array, we want to access through the subscript. So in the starting itself we have studied, whenever we want to access the array element, the array element or array value can be accessed only through the subscript. Array name with the subscript. Can you understand, students? The array element or array value can be accessed through the array name with the subscript. Right? See here, in two-dimensional array also, we can use the index value. Index value means subscript value, to access a particular element in it. So the two-dimensional array uses the two index values. See, one-dimensional array means we can use only one index, one subscript. Right? For example, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, like that. But here we are using two dimensions. That is, two dimension means two square bracket. First square bracket represents the row size, and then second square bracket represents the column size. So two-dimensional array, we want to use two index values to access a particular element in it, where the first index represents the row value and the second index represents the column value. Now you see some examples. Matrix 0 of 0 equal to 10. Now what will happen? So they are saying that 10 is a value that should be assigned for the array, two-dimensional array matrix, that is 0th row and 0th column. So 10 will be assigned to the first element of the first row. 10 will be assigned to the first element. 10 is the first element that will be assigned for the first row. So 0th row, 0th column. Can you understand, students? 10 is a value that is assigned to the first row, first column. 0th row, 0th column. Like that you see matrix 0 of 1 is equal to 20. Matrix 0 of 1 equal to 20. So that means 20 is a value that is assigned to the 0th row, first column. Assigning 20, that is the second element, that is 0th row, first column. Like that now you see the next example, matrix 1 of 2. 1 of 2 means first row and then second column. So it represents the third element of the second row. It represents the third element of the second row, because 1 of 2. So 1 means 0th row, first row. So automatically it comes to second row. Then 1 of 2. 2 represents 0, 1, 2. So it is a third element. Matrix 1 of 2 equal to 60 means the value 60 will be assigned to the third element of the second row. Like that now you see the last example, matrix 3 of 0 equal to 100. Matrix 3 of 0 equal to 100. So 100 will be assigned to the first element of the fourth row. 100 will be assigned to the first element of the fourth row. Can you understand, students? So I hope you might have understood this video. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.